Of course, the biggest piece of news, I think, coming out of yesterday, and it's sort of weird because it's not that earth-shattering piece of news, but it's still very much more significant than most other things that's going to affect our day-to-day life, and that is the announcement of local government elections on August the 14th. There's no surprise there. I think one political commentator in a daily newspaper said it was no surprise to him that the government is looking to take the full 90 days to try to campaign, as much as possible for local government elections. But to be honest, I do wonder if either party was truly, truly ready. I think it might have been more of a case where, just in case, let's start to put things in place, but are they really ready to go if we had local government elections tomorrow? Well, I don't think so. I mean, UNC is now having to figure out, they have 2 councillors to replace that, went to the other side. Is that going to be the end of it? Does that have any wider meaning for the local government election campaign, which really and truly is, a plethora, one could argue, of small campaigns, because you're going to have, well, there's no central leading figure, that's point number 1, and point number 2, you're going to have a multitude of different individuals per each region. So we have it. It's on August the 14th. I guess the best thing we could say is school will be out. Hopefully that makes things a bit easier, except that's also when, families tend to have vacation and travel, and that could also have something of a detrimental, unintended side effect on voter turnout, which, to be honest, I think, folks, we need to get real. If you want to complain about the government, regardless of which party it is, right? You could be a PNM supporter or a UNC supporter. You could be completely hating what's going on in the country right now, or you could be sipping tea while, the fire is raging all around you. You might not agree with me that there's fire raging all around you. All that's fine. But I say this to say, you should participate in local government elections, right? It does matter. It should be one of the obvious and important channels for a political party to help facilitate the needs of people at the ground level. We're not talking about, I'm the head of a big corporation and I need some major support or help or change or grant or no. This is about maintaining where you live, the roads that you drive on. You, not some big highway project for one part of the country. We're talking about the everyday life of everybody. And I think to some extent, because there's maybe less expectations, right, then one could argue that helps the central government, to allows them to get away with withholding funds. To be fair, they withhold funds for a lot of things, including ministerial expenditure, right? Just read between the lines of the last mid-year budget review. That wasn't really much of a mid-year budget review with regards to, well, we have to pay bills, 7 years worth of contractors that we owe, not just VAT refunds. So I think we need to have high expectations for all of our political representatives. But also, this is a chance to send a message. And I think Senator Dayal Singh, Independent Senator Dayal Singh, he more or less said it best. The good thing about having local government elections every 3 years is it gives you a chance to go to the polls in the mid-year period, which is not always an easy thing for government to do. But like the Senator said, why 4 years, why not 5? Why not just put it in line with general? If you're going to take it, pull it further away from the midpoint of a general administration term. So there's some use to this. Right now, political analysts, they count all of the elections that has been happening, whether it's local, general, even the THA, to try and get a pulse of the nation. It's one of the few ways that you will have a chance to express yourself in a way that matters, not just a few people here and there in a vox pop that may or may not reflect the entirety of the nation. A vote, even one that has a low voter turnout, will still have a larger sample size than any poll, I believe, that we conduct in TNT. So, if you can, go ahead and vote.